A few weeks ago, we did a video on NFL players that you should look out for in 2021. And as you know, with the good comes the bad. So here are 5 players that will flop in 2021. First up, we have Jalen Smith, linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. There is no player I feel worse for than Jalen Smith. From blowing out his knee in the Fiesta Bowl causing nerve damage to being drafted by the Cowboys in a heartfelt NFL moment, having to rehab the entirety of his rookie year, and when he finally got cleared to play, him and Leighton Vander Esch suddenly looked like the future of the franchise's defense. Unfortunately, that success was cut short for Smith after injuries plagued the position. It left Jalen to take over as a play caller and the number 1 linebacker, which he was not prepared for. To quote Smith, "Watch the film." Well, we all have, and despite all the hard work and dedication Smith has put into his comeback, he will never be the same player he was in college. The injury is catching up to him, and it shows. A change in his ability to pursue, a decline in his speed and change of direction, and times where he looks completely lost on the field. Smith is not a starting caliber linebacker in the NFL. Micah Parsons is impressing in camp, and Leighton Vander Esch is looking better than ever, according to reports. What about Jalen? He changed his number, and that's the most exciting thing he will do in 2021. Next up, we have Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I truly don't understand how Ben Roethlisberger is still the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. By the end of the 2020 season, Big Ben looked slow, tired, and incapable of leading a team past the new generation of talent around his division and conference. He strongly contemplated retirement after the playoff loss to Cleveland, and it seemed like Pittsburgh was ready to make big changes to its offense with the departure of many notable offensive linemen, including Alejandro Villanueva and Marquise Pouncey. From 2020 to the projected starting line in 2021, there will be one name returning as a starter. And projections say the Steelers have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. So what does the franchise do after these offseason moves? They bring back a 39-year-old quarterback? Oh, but he's on a diet now. Got it. Sadly, it won't matter though. If we've learned anything from the New York Giants, holding on to a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback way past his prime and only having them start because of their emotional connection to the franchise instead of moving on and preparing for a new quarterback to take over, it's not the right plan. It's time to move on because this season will show how outdated Big Ben looks in this offense. Let's talk about the only rookie that's on this list, and we're talking about cornerback Caleb Farley for the Tennessee Titans. I might be alone with this take, but Caleb Farley was not the best cornerback prospect in this year's draft, and he will have a hard time adjusting to the NFL. His film showed a lot of flaws in fundamentals and technique, and despite those very important traits, analysts still wanted to take him over J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain. What's even worse is Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans, after a horrific year for their secondary, let Adoree Jackson and Malcolm Butler go just to draft Farley in the first round. And guess what? Just yesterday, Vrabel pulled Farley from practice, stating he's just got a lot of work to do. He made a mistake or didn't do something great, kind of stood there or laid on the ground, and I just said, that's not how we're going to do it. Of course, rookies need some time to get accustomed to their new home, but the film didn't impress me. The high pick and situation put a lot of pressure on this kid to succeed early, and only months after coming off back surgery. This is not a good start for the supposed best cornerback prospect. This one might surprise you, but Michael Thomas, wide receiver for the Saints. The ankle injury kept him out of 9 games. He fought a teammate, only had 40 receptions and no touchdowns when he did play, and had the performance of a lifetime in the playoffs against Tampa with 4 targets and 0 receptions. But hey, even the best have bad years. It's just a matter of how you bounce back. So, Mr. Thomas, how have you dealt with 2021? Oh, you delayed your ankle surgery to where it would now make you miss the start of the season? You've called out your organization on multiple occasions, and now you're writing cryptic posts about the Saints? This guy won't play for the first month of the season, and when he is ready, all things are leading to him not wanting to play for this organization any longer. It doesn't look like this relationship can be repaired, and with the current state of the Saints, I think it's best for them to get assets for Thomas that will help their future, and I don't think Michael will mind that at all. However, a Thomas departure will most likely not occur until the end of the year with an opt-out in his contract, so get ready for another shaky year for the Slant King and the Saints. Speaking of terrible things going on in New Orleans, Jameis Winston. You know, I kind of was cheering for Winston to be the starter in NOLA. Then training camp started. This dude is straight comedy so far, with some videos surfacing of him doing drills or attempting the drills. And don't forget about this video of him talking to the media, acting almost too professional.
Yeah, continuity is always a great thing for any position. And being able to experience Sean's and Drew's relationship gave me a good grasp of the system. Obviously, reps is what's important. This year, I probably got more reps in 3 days than I got all last year. So it's an incredible feeling to be able to have an opportunity to go out there and execute, because I'm more of a visual learner. I like to apply what we're doing, apply to certain concepts, and I learn better that way. So it's been fun.
Oh, Jameis, you're a gem to the league, and I'm genuinely excited to see what a full season of content you bring to us. But the more I see of Jameis trying to compete for the starting job, the more I believe he will completely fail at it. Are we really supposed to believe that the only thing holding this guy back from being one of the top quarterbacks in the league was LASIK eye surgery? If it really was just his eyes, don't you think by now he would have convinced Sean Payton and the organization that he is for sure the starting quarterback? Last year when Drew Brees went out, it was Taysom Hill. There was no sign of Jameis Winston taking that job from him. And now with the job up for grabs, that's all it is. It's up for grabs. So what's going to change once Jameis actually competes for this job? We get this. So ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to inform you that no W's will be eaten this season.